Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're going to be trying out some best of 3 standard. And what we have here is a Rakdos Aggro list that won one of the MTGO standard challenges. I'll put the deck creator in the comments. Don't have it offhand, but I saw this list on Twitter, thought we'd try it out. Haven't played any Rakdos. And really what we're trying to do is just play some aggressively slanted cards. So we have stuff like Bloodthirsty Adversary, 2 mana, 2/2 haste that can scale, so similar to the Adversary cycle. And what it can do is it can flash back a number of instants or sorceries from our graveyard, 3 mana or less. So Dragon's Fire, Play with Fire, Bloodchief's Thirst, or Soul Shatter. So it's kind of a Snapcaster Mage-esque card. We have Kalayan, Recluse Painter, that could ramp us ahead and make our creatures larger. We have Graveyard Trespasser, which is a way to attack opponents' graveyards, gain you some life as well, very similar to a Scavenging Ooze style effect of gaining life and making them lose life. It could also flip with Day-Night and then just gets you 2 targets. It also has Ward. Your opponent has to discard a card to target it, which is a nice effect late game. You could kind of 2 for 1. One thing with their list, they were on 3 gold spans for the Graveyard Trespasser. It's a very interesting number. And I think I actually, let's go down a Kalayan and let's go up one of these. I want to try it out, but I think 4 gold span. If you're playing gold span, you play 4. You don't play 3, you don't play 2. The card's good enough and is one of the format staples. Then we have Reckless Stormseeker, one of my favorite cards from the new set. Anything that comes in this turn, like the turn it comes down, or anything afterwards gets haste. Really nice way to push through damage with something like Immerstorm Predator or other creatures like the Graveyard Trespasser that don't typically have haste. Speaking of Predator, another way to attack the graveyard, gets bigger and has Indestructible if needed. We have the gold spans, we have Valky for card advantage, some Infernal Grasps, some Shatterskull Smashings for removal, and then some Hives and Dens as creature lands. In the sideboard, we have Skyclave Shade and Duresses for the control matchup, Burning Hands versus the green matchups, another Power Word Kill sideboard option if we need removal, Bloodline Culling as a flexible removal spell, Eska Chariot token, stuff like that. I'm playing 1 Meathook Massacre over the 4th Duress from their list, just another way to sweep the board, similar with Orcus, either a reanimation spell or a way to sweep the board. This can also gain us life. I've really liked Meathook, so we have the option with this deck to kind of pivot to more controlling or more aggressive depending on the matchup. So let's jump into this. I think we're just about 1,000 Mythic, so we will see how it goes. With best of 3, I'm going to see how long the games go in terms of how many. Usually with best of 1, we try to get to 5 games in, but we'll see with the video length with this. But let's fire it up. Give me 1 sec, letting my dog in the room because she's barking on the other side. Come on. Alright, dog secured. This is my first best of 3 of the new set. Sounds pretty good. The Hunted Ridge is one of the new lands, the slow lands. So it's another untapped source, which Rakdos is really missing between the pathways and that. So that's probably control. Could be Delver. Delver would play a larger number of these, but imagine we're looking at Dimir. So they're going to check for some traps. My guess is it's the Storm Seeker here. Makes our hand a little awkward right now. So the question is, do we Valky for no value? I think we're just going to pass and then use this to scry. So we're going to take the Valky here. Real awkward circumstance. Just them having 2 discard spells that hit our creatures of all things. Trying to find gold span here. We do not need our 3rd Kalayan. Yeah, this match No gas thus far. We do need to find like anything with haste, gold span, something of that nature. Immerstrom Predator would be good. They are at potentially 13. We do have answers to Planeswalkers in hand. And if they're going to be using removal on this, it's fine because I have another one. The ward off on the Graveyard Trespasser will be nice. I would imagine with this mana base, this is a Delver deck. For hard control, doesn't really make sense to do that many creature land or like spell lands, especially Agadeems. Doesn't really make sense in a control deck. Play out our lands here. Deluge is annoying. This is going to get them some card advantage. They also going to start having this Hive available. The Hall is also a bit problematic. So we'll take the damage here. So this is probably like Puppet Master. Don't love this, especially because they have this hall open. One thing you should do is always make your opponent pay. I think at this point I'm holding the land. Yeah, they do have Delver. So sacrifice, counter non-creature spell. I think we're fine with this. This matchup, post board, I can get Shades, which is a nice recursive threat. Burning Hands also answers all their creatures. Yeah, I need Gold Span. This could be a removal spell. Probably falling behind here. Immerstrom could get us, but they have another Infernal Grasp. I think we're just going to go to sideboard here. Bit unlucky just not drawing anything useful. Okay. I don't want to pay the treasure here. It's gonna die anyways. Let's just go to sideboard. They're gonna have too much pressure with gumming up the ground. Meat Hook seems good here. Calling seems good. We'll bring in these. I think the Burning Hands. Orcus also seems decent. Valky's probably too. Valky's interesting. I don't think I want Kalayan. It's not doing enough. I want all my cards to be like high impact. Soul Shatter we can probably get rid of. They don't have any one thing in particular. Predator, I actually don't think we're going to get much utility out of Predator here. Orcus seems like a better card. Maximize on the burn. Probably trim 2 Trespassers. Maybe just do 2 Shades. Because, like, do I want, in this matchup, how much burn do I want? I don't think we want all the burning hands. You can do this. Let's try it like that. Imagine they bring in more removal. On the play, I'll bring in more, but I would imagine they're bringing in more removal, getting rid of their counters. Stop it, Abby. This hand's probably fine. Adversary is just a good attacker. These Shatter Skulls can just be used as removal spells. The first Orcus just being a 5/3 is big. I go Thirst here. I think with second Den we just play that. We've done a really good job of just drawing our legendaries consistently. I think we play out this Orcus. Could have a removal spell. Might have been right with the Shade. Them holding up mana. Them also having double fields a bit annoying. Just kick this. They're likely going to field here. I want to keep these as removal. Them doing this without a Sedgemoor is good. So a couple options. I can do this for -2. To get rid of Sedgemoor, but I think we wait on that. I think that's fine. I can Orcus next turn. We can also set up an Orcus to bring this back and kick if we get enough mana. Okay, them doing that is good. One, two, three, four, five, six. In case they have like Jawari Disruption. They gain some life. This is going to be a bit of a problem. Last card's annoying. And then also having 2 of those is really good. Okay, that's pretty solid. Is that another removal spell? Yikes. Just Just want to hold Shatter. You know what? I should have played this out with the Scourge. At this point, it's a bit unlikely. Okay, tap land at least buys us a turn. Yeah, we could have been attacking in here. Let's see. That puts us on 2-turn clock. 9 with Gold Span doesn't quite do it. I need a blocker. Yeah, we're dead. That's frustrating. Maybe it was right to assume the control role here, but one thing we might want is we are 2-color. We might be able to fit in a Field of Ruin. Let's try this again. The lack of card advantage is kind of concerning. Like, you have Valkyries, but it's hard to get to 7 mana. They also just overwhelmed with removal. Which we could have done as well. Maybe it was right to keep Shadow's Verdict in for that land. We'll try this out. If they're on a creature deck, we have removal. So mono white. We can get bigger than them. The dragons should be pretty good. So we'll do this. Couple options here. I can just Blood Chief's Thirst this now. I Kalane and Blood Chief's Thirst, which I think I like doing that. We're not really ramping into anything right now. My next turn's probably going to be Infernal Grasp. What punishes us here is if they go Elite Spellbinder. Clarion Spirit's also a pain. Gotta get the blocker now. So we'll play this tapped. Infernal Grasp this. Just kill this now. That's really annoying. We might just have to go to sideboard here. We're taking 6 this turn. I can't really do anything. So Meat Hook, the Burning Hands, Orcus, Power Word, kill. Coming out, I think the Valkyries are too slow. I'm gonna get rid of Kallian. Soul Shatter is also kind of bad here. And I think 1 Bloodthirsty. We'll win with the big things in the air. Not a great showing so far for the deck. It feels like you're in a weird spot where these aggro decks are getting under you and like the tempo from the blue-based decks seems a little bit better. Like, that Delver deck's not a good deck that we lost to, especially because they're doing so much damage. So for us to be an aggro deck and not punish that type of draw, especially with the removal spells dealing so much. And like mono white, they just dumped our hand. We don't really have a catch-up mechanic. We'll see how this set goes. If this is largely unimpressive, we'll wrap this one up and then do another deck. Really what we want to see here. Give the decks a couple tries, but if it doesn't kind of work for us, not waste time. Opponent, where are you? What are you doing? Can I be of any assistance? You put your cards in, you put your redeems in. Getting hit by like that portable hole early is kind of annoying. That looks good. So we'll go Burning Hands first since it always deals 2. They could spend their mana this turn. Maybe I should have... If that's their whole turn, we're probably fine. I think this turn... we'll pivot. I'm guessing they got rid of their, like, Skyclave apparitions. Next turn, if I get untapped blind, I could have 2 pieces of removal. Faster we could clock them, Goldspan becomes better. And this is good. Even if they do keep in Skyclave Apparition, I have the instant speed to get them that way. Decision here, which we want to use first. We're gonna do this. And then, so I have the option, I can give this haste. I think we do this with haste. I can trade with their board, or like a good number of their board. Might have been right to attack with this as well, but this can hold back at least their ground creatures. Next turn I can have double removal up. This also positions us well if I have a Goldspan turn. Mind you, it's fairly likely based on the composition of their hand that they're going to have 2 spells. I think we're fine with that. So this disturbs, whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain a life. Actually, we should, both of these will kill Faceless, so we're probably okay. What I can do, if I don't cast any spells, I just have another one of these idiots. I could attack with that. I might be able to get them in a manner that they block incorrectly. So land's really good. If not, we're flipping Stormseeker. Cool. I think what we do here, we wait to see when they cast what their first spell is. And then I kill the Clarion Spirit. Opponent's in the tank here. We're just gonna kill this, but let them do their attacks first. Kill this. They're only hitting me for 5 here. Dimir great here. Give this haste. We can always protect if needed. Actually, I had lethal. I messed that up. We had lethal. I had to just kill this in response. Hopefully that doesn't bite us. Should be in a pretty good spot regardless. We also have like the menace on the hive. Got a little ahead of ourselves there. Don't think we want Soul Shatter. With them having all these tokens, not really, even with Bloodline Culling. I think we're okay regardless. If they don't play another flyer, I can just Infernal Grasp. This interaction seems really nice. It's a bit aggressive because we also have the Hive, which needs Menace. And I can put the counter, like the plus on the Hive with the Eye Tyrant. What do they have in hand is the question. I think Adeline's a bigger threat than this Luminous Phantom. So, Dragonfire. So we do this. Doesn't really matter here. Need to make sure we survive. So they have to block the flyers. Guardian of Faith blocks. They don't die to the menace, so I think we have to hold this back. We can't be aggressive because they have this Faceless Haven. They have one creature too many. They do need to... Yeah, that's fine. I just Dragonfire the Faceless Haven. That actually did some work. We're Knight now, so we can gain Trample on something. Let him go to combat here. I'm gonna do this just in case they have some sort of removal. Okay, got him. Got him! I still don't think we want Kalane. We have all the removal, I think is good. Soul Shatter doesn't do too much. I think the adversary... Kalane just kind of quickly gets outclassed. It means they have portable holes. They might bring in Skyclave Apparition, stuff like that, which bodes pretty well for us. I think we're running it back. Valky's too slow. I guess with Valky we could steal one of their things, kind of tempo them, but we're not really blocking with it, so in and of itself not the best. That was the easy one, being on the play. This was a red source, I keep this hand, but... Okay, this is good. I think given the... This is interesting, because this can gain us life, but I don't think we're in a position of attacking. So I think we're going to do this. They have Luminarch on 2. I want to have an answer. I'm going to try to save this if possible. Field of Ruin actually isn't terrible here. There is a play to play Bloodthirsty Aerialist. That's actually extremely frightening. So I think we just need to be proactive here. So I can do the Marsh. Adeline will start killing me fairly quickly. Good Stormkeeper. We're just doing this turn. 4 toughness is going to be really relevant. We also don't have double black for Bloodchief's Thirst. This opens us up to the most removal options. So Infernal Grasp, Power Word Kill, Meat Hook could eventually come in handy. Yeah, I'm doing this, just starts powering this up. Adeline's terrifying. We'll block the 1/1 here. You may need to... Okay, Orcus is something. So here are my options. I can do this for 2, kill these. I can play this out, play this tapped, play this the following turn, -1. Kill those things. I can just Orcus as a body and then block this. Kind of inclined with the Orcus just as a blocker. Because this is just going to get out of hand. Obviously having 1 more mana would have been nice. Like, if we could get Adeline off the battlefield, we're in a good spot, I think, to coming close to stabilizing. Kabira Takedown gets us, but they're on the snow package. Intrepid Adversary. That's terrifying. It's a good last draw. Think we need to trade like this. We might just be dead. I have to do 2 here. Can I get Meat Hook? Meat Hook? Meat Hook? I don't even have the mana for Meat Hook. Jeez. Yeah, we're just dead. Can't do enough. I could kill this, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which should be lethal. Kind of boned. Alright, so that's a deck. I'm largely unimpressed with this. You're just not doing enough, I think. You're not being aggressive enough. You're not being controlling enough. You're just falling in this weird space. I don't see how this beats the Chariots decks going around. But that's why we try these decks out, see how it plays out. Anyways, thanks for watching as always. Hope you have a great one, and we'll catch you next time.